What was going to happen in my life that way.
You're very sexy in person, by the way.
I'm glad one of us said it. You're going to make Kevin Costner blush.
But I know you have like 7 kids and you're, you know what I mean? I'm just saying.
I have all the stuff, so...
yeah, you have a lot of things going on.
Safe to say I know what I'm doing.
Few performers have the same presence on screen as Kevin Costner, whose career has been defined by legendary blockbuster films and memorable characters. Yet away from the cameras, he can be even more captivating. The experiences and stories he shares are often every bit as fascinating as the films that made him famous. When one of the most brilliant scientific thinkers ever steps into your house, most people would expect meaningful discussions and thought-provoking questions.
And I have a bizarre enough life as it is. But 12, 15 years ago, I got a call. I said, Stephen Hawking would like to come meet you. So I said, okay. I didn't really know a lot about him, honestly. I'm a public school guy, so Stephen Hawking, let's go. So he came, and I was obviously taken back at, you know, where he was in that wheelchair. He wasn't able to move. And I saw my children just a little bit shocked, and I said to them, look, if you want to go finish your homework, you can do that. And of course, they peeled off because I thought this isn't going to work for them. But yeah, he came over, you know.
Wow. What did he ever explain why specifically he wanted?
I was waiting for it, and finally he said, I'd like to know about Whitney Houston. And I said, well, okay, you're just like me. Let's get to it. And I said, you're not the only one, Steve. A lot of people want to know about Whitney. I said, what do you want to know? And that was it.
Let's face it, working as a stunt double has to be one of the most exciting jobs around, and it definitely comes with a unique sense of freedom. In the following clip, Kevin Costner shares a memorable adventure that he and his stunt double unexpectedly embarked on while production was still underway.
We're out in the country, and he goes, you want to go hunt for some mushrooms? And I said, what kind of mushrooms? And the guy goes, you know, the good kind. I said, okay, let's go. We're kind of looking out there, and he finds one, and then he finds another one, and I can't find one. And after he find a few of these things, I said, hey man, how does this work? And he says, well, you have a mushroom, and then they tell you where to find the others. And I said, all right, I get the logic, but we're doing a sword fight right after this. I said, and he went, you know, that's a good point too. So I didn't hurt anybody.
You brought your kids to the premiere?
Yeah, I wanted them to see me work.
Yeah.
I brought 5 of them and got them tuxedos. I bought them dresses. And
did you tell them, if this movie doesn't work out, this is the last vacation Daddy's taking you on?
I did. You know, I wanted to know how worried they were that they were going to stick with me and support me. And the minute they got there, my 2 sons went fishing, got a boat, went fishing. My 3 daughters ended up on a boat, and said they would see me around 3 or 4 o'clock, me working, and then made a call, and they were drinking drinks at this point. So they cruised in about 8 o'clock at night. I've been working. I said, we came to France to be as a family, and they go, it's working great, Dad.
Yeah.
It's working really. What do we do next? I said, I don't know. We need your tour director to figure that out.
Not every famous face is treated like a president. But when you're Kevin Costner, even an ordinary visit to the White House can somehow turn into a situation that absolutely nobody expected.
Have you met a lot of the presidents?
You know, I spent a lot of time with Bush at one time.
Which one?
With Bush, George Bush Sr. So I had this pretty amazing day, and now I'm about to go home. And he goes, you want to go to the White House? And I said, yeah. We get on the helicopter, we go across the Potomac, the Marines salute, we get off on the White House lawn. We go across, and he pretends to not hear what they're saying. So I'm thinking, okay, now the day's over. And he says, you want to play some horseshoes? I said, my pat answer, okay. And so we play 2 out of 3, and now he's going to have dinner, because Andre was his guest. I'm thinking, my day's over, and he goes, you want to swim in the pool? and I said, by myself? And he goes, yeah, we got all the stuff, all those T-shirts that come from the universities. I just hit you. So I'm like, I'm swimming in the pool. I'm going away, and he says, do you want to have dinner? And I said, yeah, fine, I have dinner. The next morning, I'm thinking about my day, and I'm in the trailer, and Oliver comes in. He's like really grumpy. This, and I go, what's the matter, Oliver? And he goes, you know, I went over to the White House and they gave me the B tour, not even the A tour, the B tour. He's always upset about something. He gave me the B tour. He says, I didn't even get to see the pool because there was somebody in it.
While his kids were busy following their own plans, his parents were focused on something entirely different. And when it came to their decision, Kevin had no influence over it at all.
My parents came to everything, right? I had it really good. They came to every little game. They came to everything. They came to see me direct. I said, you can't do that. I'm going to be around all the guys. You can't come. And, you know, my mom said, we're not going to be in the way. And I said, well, Mom, she goes, we have a motorhome. And wherever they tell us to park it, we're going to be there in these lawn chairs. And I'm going to see you walk every day to work, honey. And I would walk and I would see the guys. And I remember I'd be walking to see everybody here. And then my mom would be high up on the hill and she'd be going. And I remember I just go.
Being blessed with height definitely comes with advantages. And Kevin has never been the type to miss an opportunity to make the most of every one of those benefits.
A lot of Hollywood actors come here, and I'm usually stunned at how small they are. You know, they're tiny people. You are a tall man, and like me, I'm told you had an insane growth spurt.
Yeah, I was kind of a late bloomer.
You went from 5'2" at 16 to what?
Yeah, my senior year, I probably grew 7, 8 inches, had mononucleosis. I couldn't, you know, everything was stretched out, and I continued to grow into college. So, yeah, I'm about 6'1".
Yeah.
I'm not that really tall, but...
Yeah, yeah. I'm just curious, does that give you an empathy with people that are smaller?
No,
like...
got them all in headlocks.
Yet beyond the shine and luxury of Hollywood, the truth about money can be far more unexpected. And Kevin has never hesitated to show people exactly how different that reality can be.
I brought something I wanted to show you. I do have a tendency to invest my own money, and I got literally today from my accountant, we get residuals on our movies. And I never got a residual like this before, and it was even kind of funny to me, but I thought I would bring it in. I'm just going to read it to you really quick. This is money that comes to you over the years. This is how I finance my movies. And these movies, I thought were going to pay for this movie. And this is, I swear to God, this is what it is. The Bodyguard, 31 cents. JFK, 94 cents. Perfect World, I got $1.35.
Whoa!
Revenge, $1.22. $6.46 for Robin Hood. 54 cents for Silverado. 43 cents for Testament. Tin Cup, I got 78 cents. Untouchables, 67 cents. The War, 34. Waterworld, 87. That's paying for itself. And my accountant had the nerve to say, this check was deposited into your management account, $15.38. You know what? Little by little, this stuff adds up.
I know that you have a ranch. Is this in Aspen?
Yeah.
It's probably one of the most beautiful spots in the world is Aspen, Colorado. You have a ranch there. Is this one of those working ranches? Are there livestock?
I'm not pushing cattle around, but I work it myself. I build the roads and do all the stuff just because it's what you do.
That is not what I would do. I'd pick up the phone and get someone to build a road.
You do it
I bathed in heavy cream and looked out a window.
You do it if you're with me, because I'd knock on you and say, Conan, come on, we're up. We're going.
Not now, Kevin. I'm sleeping.
Come on, you.
I was up late watching videos.
I understand.
This may rank among the strangest celebrity encounters imaginable. But there was actually a moment when Stephen Hawking visited Costner's home to question him about his connection to a certain famous music star.
I actually had my three, my oldest was 12, and I said, I want you to meet this man. I didn't really know a lot about him, honestly. I'm a public school guy, so Stephen Hawking, let's go. So I wasn't sure. So he came, and I was obviously taken back at, where he was in that wheelchair. He wasn't able to move. I got him a drink, and most of it ended up on the floor, and I saw my children just a little bit shocked, and I said to them, look, if you want to go finish your homework, you can do that. And of course, they peeled off because I thought this isn't going to work for them. But yeah, he came over,
Wow. What, did he ever explain why specifically he wanted?
I was waiting for it, and finally he said, I'd like to know about Whitney Houston. And I said, well, okay, you're just like me. Let's get to it. I said, you're not the only one, Steve. A lot of people want to know about Whitney. I said, what do you want to know? And that was it.
One thing is certain. Sharing a room with Sean Connery was the kind of experience that could make almost anyone feel a little more grounded and humbled.
I was with him, and some girl was trying to get my attention, like looking over, and finally I'm kind of done with him, and I think, well, I'll stroll over and see what she really wants. So I did. I walked, and she was behind the ribbon, and I got really close to her. I said, yeah, and she goes, could you get me Sean's autograph? And I went like, I felt like I had a cigarette hanging out of my mouth like this. I said, yeah, of course I could do that.
Directors usually have more than enough challenges to manage during filming. But this particular actor seemed determined to ensure that Costner's responsibilities became even more difficult. He has overseen the creation of some of Hollywood's most celebrated movies. However, once he steps through his front door, the one truly in charge tends to be a much furrier member of the household.
I know you have a new addition to the family, by the way. Can you tell me who this guy
Oh,
is?
geez. Yeah, I got a buddy. His name's Bob.
You named the dog Bob?
Yeah.
Yeah, Bob's a good name for a dog.
Yeah, when I'm angry with him, it's Bob.
Oh, yeah.
It's Bobby when he's okay.
But you got to tell me about this, because you brought a photo that might be the cutest thing I've ever seen. Here's Bobby taking a nap in the dishwasher.
Yeah, he kind of waits for me to do the dishes. It's a pretty good dog, right?
Yeah.
I do all the work. He does everything else.
Yeah.
And I was doing the dishes, and like anything, I thought, where is he?
Yeah.
He's too quiet. He's chewing on something. And I went to go, and I ran right into that thing. I saw that he was sleeping.
That might be the cutest
and I
thing.
did like everything that Americans do these days, even if somebody passes out, I took his picture.